Hello, my friends! Welcome to Raw and Uncut. I am MaffmanJones, John Maffio, and on Raw and Uncut, we discuss news stories related from the last week or two, and I don't cut at all. I just talk straight for however long I'm going to talk about these news stories, and let's get right into it. Let's talk some Spider-Man and get that out of the way. There was a casting call going out that they need mimes and clowns. Now, this might not seem so interesting at first, but when you look into it, you start to think and ponder and you wonder, do they have to do with Mysterio? Do they have to do with a hoax of a crime? Or is there something more to it? It might just be a little scene, a little funny scene, but I think there's more to it. There has to be more to it. You don't put a mime in a Spider-Man movie, come on. What does that even mean? And also, this was released today, but Mark Webb's been releasing little pictures on Twitter every day, like day 27, day 28, and today he posted a picture of BJ Novak, who is apparently in this movie. And if you don't know who BJ Novak is, he is Ryan Howard on The Office. And he's pretty significant. He was in Inglourious Basterds, so he has experience with big movies. Is he going to play somebody significant or somebody small? A news associate for the Daily Bugle? Maybe a character who was a villain before they become a villain for movie 3? Who knows, but that's pretty cool, and I really like that guy as an actor, so we'll have to see what he does in the movie, but it's a little cool tidbit. Next story. Matthew Vaughn he has a movie coming out called The Secret Service next fall, and it got picked up by 20th Century Fox. Now, I don't know anything about this movie, but apparently it's based off a comic, and it's very based in reality, and something that's not really crazy, just like X-Men First Class, which was his last movie. And he is producing Fantastic Four, but this is his next legitimate project, and he's a really good director, so I'm very excited to see what he does with this property. Going into the next, Tomb Raider has been picked up by GK Films and MGM. So, if this is any indication, the Tomb Raider movie, the new one, the reboot, the reimagining, whatever you want to call it, it's definitely occurring. And not to say I don't enjoy the Angelina Jolie movies from back in the day. They're good guilty pleasures, and back in that time, Angelina Jolie was smoking hot. Really, come on. Her in the Tomb Raider LARA CROFT uniform, can't go wrong. But whatever they're planning to do with this movie, probably going to go the deep, dark, and gritty route, just like most movies are doing nowadays. We'll have to see, but I don't know. I have faith in this movie. I mean, they're starting to take a good turn with video games and properties turning into cinema. I mean, we got Splinter Cell with Tom Hardy. We got Assassin's Creed with Michael Fassbender. We don't know if those are actually happening right now, but it seems like they're going into a good direction now. And hopefully, maybe soon we'll actually have good video game movies, adaptions. Alright, next. We're going right through the middle here, but I have no movie reviews coming out this weekend. I'm not seeing The Host or Tyler Perry's Temptation because Tyler Perry. So I'm doing this for you guys. Next review. I mean the next news story. The Conjuring, James Wan's newest horror movie, has a new poster. And it's creepy as shit. There's a house in there, there's a tree, and it's very foreboding. And if you look really carefully, it takes place in the autumn, the poster at least, and there's a shadow on the ground of a deformed figure. I didn't notice that till somebody pointed it out. And I was like, woo! But apparently this movie has really great buzz. It was supposed to come out in January, but due to test screenings, it scared the crap out of people. So they moved it into the heart of the summer, July. And I love James Wan. I really like all of his movies that he's made, even the ones that aren't critically successful, like that one with the puppets. The name just doesn't... oh my god, my brain is farting. It's that movie with the puppets and the girl, the ventriloquist. You know what I'm talking about. But I enjoy all of his movies, so I'm looking forward to this a lot. We'll have to see what happens, how it fares. But overall, I'm very excited for it. And I saw parts of it at Comic-Con. It was as scary as they claim at the moment. Next, going into the Nolan, Wally Pfister type stuff. Wally Pfister, who is the cinematographer for all the Batman movies, he's making his directorial debut with this movie called Transcendence. It's sci-fi, it's in outer space, and Johnny Depp is in the lead role. They got somebody else for it, and her name is Kate Mara. Now, normally I wouldn't talk about something like this, but I have to because I have a little bit of a crush on Kate Mara. She's not in many movies. She's not very substantial as an actress right now, but I find her very cute and attractive. And this might be the movie that is a stepping stone that brings her up into the mainstream and really guides her into some A-plus movies. We'll have to see, but this movie's coming out pretty well. I mean, the movie will definitely look great. We could already tell that. And we'll have to see how it pans out plot-wise and character-wise, but I have faith in it. And leading into Nolan's next movie, Interstellar, which involves black holes, mainly. We don't know much about it right now, but that's what it involves. They're looking at Matthew McConaughey to be the lead star in the movie. And normally, like 5-6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, people would probably be like, bleh! But he's been in some pretty good projects lately. I haven't seen Killer Joe, and apparently it's really good. And Mud comes out later this year, which is an independent movie, which apparently he's really good in. Has a great performance. He's proven himself worthy as a good actor, and if he gets this role, good for him. Because, I mean, Christopher Nolan in space and time continuum, you can't go wrong with that. I mean, even if the movie isn't as great as people say, I have faith in it. And Matthew McConaughey as a lead oh my god, I'm losing my mind. As a lead role, could be good. Leading into that, I've saved the best for last, right? Right. The Wolverine trailer. I was going to make a separate reaction to that, but I've decided to integrate it into Raw and Uncut because that's just how I'm working this week. Yes, the Wolverine trailer. It has something to do with the continuity of the first 3 X-Men movies, but not X-Men Origins Wolverine. He's in Tokyo. He's becoming a samurai. He's fighting Silver Samurai. Well, I didn't read the comics from that issue, but apparently Silver Samurai is a complete badass. He looks badass in the movie, but what's significant about this is that Wolverine, he's invincible, and he has incredible healing powers. He has that crazy endoskeleton. He's losing his powers to heal, and he's becoming mortal. And that's a great story for Wolverine, because you lose that vulnerability and that relatability with the character, because he's just this crazy guy with, bub, I smoke cigs. And that's how he is. But in this movie, they're grounding him, they're making him like one of us, and it could be really cool. The CGI and the green screen effects don't look as great right now, but they're obviously fixing them for production, and it'll be finished come July. And the action sequences look really engaging. The story could be great. This could be the most underrated comic movie of the year. I mean, Man of Steel, Iron Man 3, they're going to be the big contenders here. And this could be a sleeper hit. We'll have to see. But right now, I'm cautiously optimistic for the Wolverine still. I'm not over the moon. I probably won't be over the moon because of what happened with Origins. We'll have to see. Anything else I have to say about that is that just the fact that's taking place in Tokyo and just in that type of atmosphere is really cool, because there hasn't been an action movie with comic books that takes place there, and there's some very good potential for cinematography and everything there, because, I mean, I love movies like Kill Bill. I love a good samurai flick. I love that kind of stuff, and they could pay great homage to, like, Bruce Lee and all those legends, so we'll have to see. But other than that, that's all I have to say about this week's Raw and Uncut. There wasn't that much big news, not even big news in general. The biggest news that came out this week was White House Down, trailers, You're Next, and Wolverine. Couple other casting news, but other than that, not much. So hopefully for next week's Raw and Uncut, we have better news. We'll have to see. I am John Maffio. Hope you enjoyed this review. This isn't a review, John. This is a different type of video. What are you saying? I have to go to bed. It's past my bedtime. See you next time.